In this online pattern cutting tutorial, I will be showing you how to create a pattern for a short puff sleeve with a cuff. This style can have many variations, as you can see. We will be working with the women's wear half scale block pattern that you should have already on PDF. Here is a calico toile of the pattern made up. So firstly, we need to trace our half scale sleeve block onto the pattern paper. In this case, I'm using A3 layout paper. As it's a short style, trace the top of the sleeve, stopping at the elbow line. Once you have done this, mark the bicep line. We need to work out some measurements before we begin. If this was full scale, I would make the sleeve 26 centimetres long with a 4 cm deep cuff. As it's half scale, all those measurements are halved. Measure 13 centimetres down along the grain line mark and then a further 2 centimetres for the cuff. Square across the bottom of the sleeve, as we don't want any shaping here. This is where we're going to add our volume. Then measuring along the bicep line, divide the sleeve into 4 sections. We are not adding any volume to the cuff, remember, so that doesn't need to be cut as well. Mark our sections 1 to 4 and then cut it out. Cut our cuff out and leave it aside. We'll come back to that later. Now we need to cut out the top of the sleeve. Get a fresh piece of paper and cut the sleeve into the 4 sections. Draw on your grain line and then draw another line at a 90-degree angle. So we want to add 4 centimetres between each section. As you can see, I've marked 2 centimetres on either side of the grain line for that first part. Then we want to tape them down with some magic tape. So now that we've added the 4 centimetres between each section, what we need to do is to add 2 centimetres to the sleeve crown height. This gives us a blousing effect and makes the puff really stand up. Once we've done that, we're going to use either a flexi curve, or if you don't have a flexi curve, you can use your pattern master to create a new shape for the top of the sleeve. Now it's time to finish off the pattern, and to do this we need to add our seam allowance. Remember, it's a half scale pattern, so we're going to just add half a centimetre rather than 1. So do that all the way around the sleeve. So the cuff we need to make double layer. Then add half a centimetre seam allowance all the way around. Mark on your grain line and cut it out. Don't forget to mark in your notches. And that's our finished pattern.